Hi, this is David Orlofsky, and welcome to the Parsha in 5. I thought I'd mix it up and use this hand this time. Yeah, where in 5 minutes we try to give you an idea on the Parsha. And this is Parsha's Vayakhel. Now, of course, many years Vayakhel Pekudei are connected, but what can I tell you? This year you get an extra 5 minutes because Vayakhel Pekudei is separate. So we're going to talk about Vayakhel itself. And there are not many Rashis in Parshas Vayakhel, but there's one that, what can I say? It just is filled with pathos. And that's a word that I do not use lightly because there are people who are pathetic, but that's not pathos. Pathos is something where you can feel the pain of the person as it's coming across. Listen to this Rashi. When they were donating to the Mishkan, bringing their gold, their silver, their copper, their various types of materials that were needed. So the women donated their little copper mirrors. And these little mirrors, little copper mirrors that they would use. And Moshe Rabbeinu didn't want to take these. They were used for taiva. Don't belong in the Mishkan. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, no, those are the most precious to me. Moshe's like, why? He says, the Jewish people gave up hope in Egypt. When I say the Jewish people, I mean the men. They were broken. Yeah. Avodas parach that breaks you. They were broken. And they didn't want to have children. They didn't want to have children. For what? To be a slave, best case scenario? Otherwise, to be used as a brick in the wall, to be used as slaughtered for their blood. So the women would fix themselves up with their little copper mirrors after their husbands who were broken to try to interest them to be able to have children. Now, I've never been a slave, and I've never been pregnant, and I've never been a pregnant slave, but I don't think it's that much fun. If there was anybody who didn't want to get pregnant, I imagine it was the women. But we were only saved in Mitzrayim because of the Nashim Tzidkanios, because the women didn't see the Avoda and the Gullus, they saw the Geula. And they said the redemption's going to come. Who are they going to save if there aren't any children? And so they sacrificed to be able to have these children and to have to do all their work while they were pregnant with all of these difficulties because they were living in the Geula. And therefore, all of their copper mirrors was made to make the kiyar. What was the kiyar? That's where the water was brought in case a woman who was not faithful was a saita, you would take it from there because remember what it means to be a Bas Yisrael. Remember the faithfulness that the women in Mitzrayim had. That's what you have to try to incorporate into your life in Mitzvah Hashem. All of us should try to have that fidelity and that honesty and that ability to be able to see the Geula and to be true to our mission. There's no trick to doing what you're supposed to do when it's easy. It's when it's hard. Or as somebody told me when he was sitting Shiva, when it's dark, that's when you can see the stars. Shabbos.